Imagine waking up tomorrow. Instead of reaching for your phone, you reach for a book. Just one chapter, just 10 pages. At first, it feels slow, almost too quiet. Your fingers miss the endless scrolling. Your brain craves something faster, something louder, something easier. You wonder if reading is even worth it. But then, something incredible begins happening. Inside your head, with every sentence, millions of tiny electrical signals race across your brain. Neurons begin talking to one another. Old pathways grow stronger. New pathways begin to form. Parts of your mind that have been sitting quietly begin waking up again, and 30 days later, you may not just know more. You may think more clearly, focus more deeply, imagine more vividly, and understand the world a little differently. So, what really happens inside your brain when you read every single day for 30 days? Imagine opening one book and quietly changing your life. Let's find out. The moment your eyes meet the first word, your brain gets to work. Light enters your eyes, travels through your optic nerves, and reaches the visual centers at the back of your brain. In a fraction of a second, those strange little symbols on a page become letters. Letters become words. Words become meaning. But that's only the beginning. Your memory searches for familiar ideas. Your language centers build understanding. Your imagination paints pictures no one else can see. Unlike watching a movie, reading asks your brain to become the movie. Every character, every voice, every street, every sunset, every smile exists because your brain creates it. That's what makes reading so extraordinary. You're not simply following a story, you're building one inside your own mind. Brain imaging studies have shown that reading activates multiple brain networks at the same time, including areas involved in language, memory, attention, and imagination. Reading isn't passive. It's one of the most complete workouts your brain can experience. But don't expect magic on the first day. The first day can actually feel frustrating. You read one page, then your mind wanders. You remember something else. You reach for your phone without thinking. You read the same sentence again and again. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means your brain has become used to constant interruptions. Every notification, every short video, every swipe has trained your attention to jump from one thing to another. Reading asks your brain to do the opposite. Stay, focus, be patient. Like learning any new skill, it feels uncomfortable before it feels natural. By the third day, something begins to change. Your eyes move more smoothly across the page. You stop reading every word one by one. Instead, your brain begins recognizing groups of words together. Reading feels easier, less effort, more flow. The story begins pulling you forward. Without realizing it, 10 minutes pass, then 20, and for the first time in a while, you completely forget to check your phone. Your attention is beginning to recover. By the end of the first week, another change appears. Your imagination becomes stronger. Read the sentence. The old wooden cabin stood alone beneath a sky filled with stars. You don't simply understand the words. You see the cabin, you hear the wind, you feel the silence. No screen showed you that image. Your brain created it. In that moment, you're not just reading, you're directing your own movie. Every page becomes an exercise in creativity. But reading does something else that's just as powerful. Every chapter introduces new people, new places, new ideas. Your brain must connect all those pieces together. It learns who belongs where, what happened first, what happened next, why it matters. Over time, this repeated practice strengthens the mental systems involved in organizing and recalling information. It's one reason many regular readers gradually build a richer vocabulary and become better at connecting ideas across different subjects. Every page becomes another quiet workout for memory. By the second week, reading begins replacing something else. Constant distraction. The urge to check your phone becomes weaker while you're absorbed in a good book. Minutes become hours, not because time disappeared, but because your attention stayed in one place. And that's becoming increasingly rare in today's world. Deep focus isn't a superpower, it's a skill, and every page helps you practice it. Here's something many people don't expect. Reading can become one of the quietest places your mind has ever visited. When you're completely immersed in a story, your worries fade into the background. For a little while, you live somewhere else, not to escape reality, but to return to it with a calmer mind. Stories also teach something that facts alone cannot: perspective. Through books, you experience life through someone else's eyes. You celebrate their victories, you feel their fears, you understand their mistakes, you walk through worlds you've never seen, and little by little, your understanding of other people begins to grow. Now imagine, 30 days have passed. You didn't read perfectly every day. Some days you managed 10 pages, some days 20, some days only 1. But you kept going. Your attention feels stronger. Finishing a chapter feels easier. Learning new ideas feels exciting instead of exhausting. You spend less time endlessly switching between distractions. But perhaps the greatest change has nothing to do with your brain. It has everything to do with your identity. You've become someone who keeps promises to yourself. 1 page became 10. 10 pages became a chapter. 1 chapter became a habit. And 1 habit quietly began changing your life. Will reading make you a genius? No. Will it instantly transform your future? Probably not. But every page plants a seed, a new idea, a new perspective, a stronger memory, a calmer mind, a better question. Those small changes don't always feel important today, but over months and years, they become the person you're growing into. Imagine where you could be if you kept reading, not for 30 days, but for an entire year. So here's this week's challenge. Read just 10 pages a day for the next 7 days. No pressure, no competition, no perfect schedule. Just one promise, 10 pages every day. Then come back and tell us what changed. If you enjoy cinematic documentaries that reveal the science behind everyday habits, subscribe to WAF 10 TV. Because the more you understand your brain, the better choices you can make. For the rest of your life, understand your brain, change your life. I'll see you in the next documentary.